Well, good evening, friends. Hi, Jennifer. It's
Hey, good to see you.
yes, it is Sandy and Jennifer Hynes from Environmental Coffee House, and it's really good to see all you guys joining us. And let me give a shout out to Facebook if anybody's following us, or please share to the climate change groups if you can. I don't have time; I can't do everything. So tonight, Jennifer,
Hmm.
I started thinking about this last week, and this was because I saw the one article in Newsweek, and that article did have talking about the Galapagos turtles that are coming back. So I've done searches, and the searches are well, wait a minute, where's the chat? The chat disappeared. I have to move. Okay, so the searches showed me over the years, how uh, there have been animals that have been found, kind of obscure stuff over the years. But I don't think it's a regular occurrence. What is a regular occurrence is more scientists wanting to take DNA of extinct animals and making them come back. So that basically that was more of what I could find. It was very hard to find you know more stuff. But what I thought we would start with, just shout out to Kim Armad, and Keith Boyd is here. Hi,
Hey,
Keith.
Kim.
Hey, Keith, and Osam,
Hey,
and
Keith.
Dolores, and Warren, and Climate Chaos. Hi, and Raza, Trish, Old Sage, Joe, Groot, Cindy. The gang's all here. Cindy, thank you, and Warren, thank you, and everybody, thank you for helping us out with this. And guess what? Jen got a webcam. So we are
Yeah,
really happy to have that. Jen has a webcam. Yeah. And I hope my audio's okay.
finally, after all this time.
Yeah, right? It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I'm just hoping my audio's okay and that I didn't have enough time to get everything uh, the way I really wanted it to because I've been so busy. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're going to start with this. This is an article from a magazine, well, an online thing called Happy. All right. So we're going to
Oh,
start off with Happy. And Happy, oh, hi, Rich Diana, too. I forgot. I don't, and Kay Clark. I don't, and
yeah.
Jim Henry. I don't like to leave anybody
So,
out.
Sandy, shall I
Yes.
give people the 30,000-foot overview just so people know
Yes.
the things that are coming up?
Absolutely.
Yep. So, as
Yep.
Sandy said, we have something from Happy 10 animals we thought were extinct, but actually are not, which is good news. Then we've got another article from In Habitat. Tortoise and otter, thought to be extinct, have been spotted in the wild. Another kind of amazing things.
Yeah.
Then from EcoWatch, meet 5 extinct species that have returned to life. And also from News for Kids, not extinct, Fernandia tortoise, giant river otter. All these animals are not extinct. It's just amazing.
Yeah. It is. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's kind of cool. Then we're turning our thoughts to the Arctic. Biden administration suspends oil leases in Alaska's Arctic Refuge. And I think that's pretty much it. Are we going to do the Moscow Times one?
Well, that's if we
Birthplace
have
of ice,
time. That's if
if
we
we have
have time.
time.
But we want to get started, guys, and everybody's having good conversations in there. And your caller right, but of course the internet connection is shitski. Not good tonight. Not that great here. However, I am waiting for fiber optic. I signed the contract, so whenever they get it done, they got it. They got it
Oh,
wheeled.
yay!
They got it wheeled out. But Rich says people are saying they're buffering. I'm not buffering, but I didn't unplug. Oh, I know what might be interfering. I have to shut the Wi-Fi
Am
off.
I buffering
No, but
or are
it's
you
it's my
buffering?
fault. I forgot to unplug something. I forgot to unplug something. Forgive me, guys. We are buffering, but we'll come back. We will come back. All right. Anybody? Are we good? Yeah, it's buffering. It was my fault. My fault. I usually unplug things, and I hope I shut my iPad off because anything that is here will draw this stinking Wi-Fi. So it's not that great, but
Mhm.
all right. She likes the word shitsky. That's a good word. Shitsky. It just explains a lot of things. Shitsky. All right, Jen. Actually, I'm in a great mood to be with you because I've had a terrible week. Oh my God, I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, I really hurt myself, but it was neurological and it's going away. So there we go. All right, here we are. The first article, and this again from Happy. And happy is something I'm trying to be. We're all trying to be happy. So this one, 10 animals we thought were extinct but aren't. And this was from May 19th, 2021. But I do think what they have done is mostly a compilation. Look at that cute little thing. Oh my God, look at those eyes. But it's a compilation. But it is a feel good thing. And they go over 10 of them. And then the next article, Jen, you know what? I think we're going to go right to the Newsweek one.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
10 most mysterious, endearing, and otherwise otherworldly animals that we once believed to be extinct, only to find that they're still alive. And so they say the instance of animal species going extinct has to be one of the saddest things on the planet, particularly when it's at the hands of us, humankind. Some of the most famous examples of bygone animals include the Tasmanian tiger, the dodo, which we all know about the dodo. I mean, that's very popular. Everybody knows about the dodo. Makes you feel terrible. The woolly mammoth and the saber-toothed cat. But these are the popular ones. These are the animals that everybody knows about. The kids learn about. Oh my gosh, my internet connection is terrible, Jennifer. I might have to get up during the show while you're doing your thing so I can go unplug something.
Oh.
So why don't you do me a favor then? Why don't you start
What?
talking about the New England singing dog, and I'll be right back.
Sure.
You got
Okay.
it? All right.
So
she's going to do that. I'll be right
absolutely.
back.
Okay. First thing that is not extinct is the New Guinea singing dog. And this is a Highland dog, and this is an ancient species. It's closely related to the Australian dingo. And for decades, people thought that these had gone extinct. And then a population was discovered in a remote region of New Guinea in 2016. So it had been monitored for more than 50 years since there had been a confirmed sighting. So that thing was out of sight for a long time. And then they found it. I love this. I love this. These dogs high-pitched singing, and sometimes they howl together to form a kind of choir. Females also emit high screams during copulation.
Woo! A little human-like, maybe.
Oh my
gosh.
So that's the singing dog. We know why it's singing. All right. So the next thing is
Happy
the
dog.
pygmy.
Happy dog. What's up?
Pygmy. Stop.
I'm good at howling.
You're
I
killing me.
go outside
Killing
and
me.
howl at the coyotes. Nobody cares around here. Nobody hears me.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
The pygmy
All right.
Tarsier.
The pygmy. Now, how would you say this? Tarsier?
Tarsier. Yeah, Tarsier.
Tarsier?
Yeah.
The pygmy tarsier.
tarsier.
This guy is also not extinct. The pygmy tarsier is a nocturnal primate native to Indonesia, and this was believed to have gone extinct in the early 20th century. Yet, in 2000, a scientist accidentally captured one in a rat trap, unfortunately killing it. Oops! the last one. I killed
Holy
it.
shit. No.
Yeah. In 2008, scientists had captured 3 live pygmies, tarsiers, and they were able to attach collars in order to track their movements. Look at this little guy. Oh my
I know. Look how
God.
cute he is.
He's
He is.
absolutely precious.
Really,
What
they
a
are.
creature.
They are.
What
They
a
are.
creature.
Tarsier,
He just makes
Tarsier.
me laugh. Look at his whole
I
little
know.
being.
What a little pet
And he
that
has
would be.
and
Of
he has a
course,
and he has a cute little tail too. So
the
on to
next guy is the Kashmir
Kashmir.
musketeer.
The Kashmir musk deer is native to Afghanistan, India, Pakistan, and western Nepal. They were thought to be extinct in 1948, and then a sighting was recorded in 2009. These deer are currently listed as endangered due to habitat loss and hunters who get the animal for its musk glands. Oh, no, so
Oh
sad.
gosh.
Which are often used as
Disgusting.
perfumes.
Really?
It's believed that these glands are an aphrodisiac and they can reportedly sell for about $45,000 a kilo. What the hell?
It's awful. It's really awful,
On the
Jennifer.
black market.
Look
Oh
at
my
that
God.
guy.
Look at that cute
And
little
look at the
deer.
teeth. Yeah. And can you
my
imagine?
God. Oh my God. Look at those teeth.
And the
Holy
exploitation.
crap.
The exploitation of everybody. Hello,
Oh my
Walker
God.
Small. We have a new person, it seems. Walker Small has joined us. Hi,
Hi,
Void.
Walker Small.
Hi. Trish Kaiser's here, too. Cool.
Hey, Trish.
But look at this guy. But what
Okay.
makes you sick is that, of course, they are used for gross shit. It's just awful. Awful.
I've never seen a deer with fangs.
Well, you
Is
have
that
now.
wild?
You have now the Kashmir. Well, not around where we live, but possibly other places. But this was native to Afghanistan, India, and Pakistan, so not here. What a cutie, though.
Well, I hope they. Oh my God, I hope they can save it. Oh my God.
Well, it
Then
was
the-
coming back, but if you research now, who knows what's happening?
I know.
Yeah.
So sad. But
Oh,
these
look
guys
at
are so
this guy.
precious.
They are.
The New Guinea big-eared bat. The New Guinea big-eared bat was believed to be extinct in 1890. Yet, after 120 years, the long-eared bat was rediscovered by scientists who had accidentally caught it in a bat trap. As the species is barely ever encountered, there's not much known about it. The bat is currently listed as critically endangered due to habitat loss. However, there are currently conservation efforts to keep the animal alive.
Well, there's a lot of
that thing is
conservation.
very cute.
He's very cute, but there are
Look
a
how
lot of
cute he is.
conservation efforts going on. But, I keep thinking, well,
Yeah.
are they off or not? Am I being like too much of a doomer when I say that
know.
I think this? It's like, it's wonderful
I
to do
know.
all this, but if we don't fix the fucking planet and, or stop doing what we're doing, what
It's
good is
true.
it if they don't have any habitat? It isn't. And
know.
I don't mean
I
to
know
be
they're
like
they're
this.
they're the symptom.
I've been looking at this stuff
I
all week.
understand.
But these bats, I have
So
to say,
sad.
I love bats. I do. And I know that there are bats around here. There's everything around here. I've been seeing everybody, all the chippies and the rabbits and the bees and the wasps. I mean, there's like snakes. Did you see on my Facebook I put up the snakes? I've got 3
Yes,
now.
I did. Oh my
3.
God.
But they're
They
not
love you.
poisonous. They are the New Yorks. They are some, I don't know, they're the wild whatever they are. But they do. They like hanging out under the tarp at the compost heap. And you could see the big holes in the ground on the property.
God.
You see, that's where they'll slither into. But they don't
my
give me the
God.
creeps at all, especially if I wear my big high rubber boots that I wear around the property.
Yeah.
I'm not worried, because if they bite me, they're
Yeah.
going to bite me through the rubber boot, and those are pretty big ass rubber boots I wear,
Yeah.
So I'm actually
That's
now
true.
trying to make myself tick proof since I got bit, and had to be on the doxycycline already this year. And I'm outside in dirt every day. And I'm surprised my fingernails aren't disgusting, but I mean, I am out in it. So I hope I don't get another tick bite. But so those little bats they
I
are
hope not.
they are so cute. And all of these
I
creatures,
know.
they're all beautiful. They're all beautiful, and they're all being, well, if these aren't extinct, they will be, or if somebody's trying to bring them back. But so, what's the next one we have here?
The Chacoan peccary, closely
Ooh,
related to the Platygonus, which disappeared in the Ice Age 11,000 years ago. The Chacoan peccary was originally thought to be long extinct when a fossil of the large pig-like animal was discovered in Argentina in
ooh,
1930. Yeah, in 71, the animal was discovered alive in the Chaco region of Argentina. Fancy that. The researchers later learned that the indigenous people of the area had long been aware of the animal's existence. Yeah, just ask them. They probably know. The Chacoan peccary is currently listed as endangered, but there are some reserves in it in place, as well as breeding programs. Wow. Wow.
yeah. Well, that's a lot, and I'm not putting the side. Look at that little piggy.
I
But I
know.
used to have a friend who had
Yeah.
a who
I
had a
wouldn't want.
pig.
Yeah, he's probably nocturnal. I bet they have
Yeah.
tusks. Do you think they have
Well,
tusks?
I don't. You can't tell from this picture, and I'd have to look up something else, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you,
He's kind
Kim.
of cute.
Yeah, he is. I had a friend with a pig, and it wasn't as cute as this. I mean, that was a cute pig, but it wasn't
It's a
cute
pretty
like
cute
this.
pig.
Yeah, it wasn't cute like
It's a
that.
pretty cute pig.
So, what's the next one we have up here, Jennifer?
Number 6 is the tree lobster, right?
Ooh, look at that guy. I've seen them in my yard.
Hailing hailing from Australia's Lord Howe Island group. I didn't even know about Lord Howe
Oh
Island
my.
group. This insect is commonly referred to as the tree lobster or Lord Howe Island stick insect. The insect, which was often used as fishing bait, was believed to have gone extinct in 1920 after supply
1920.
ship SS Macombo ran aground
Oh.
introducing rats. Oh, the rats came
Oh. Of course,
and they
we
ate all
introduced
the
them.
tree lobsters. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
because
course.
we introduced them. Sorry, guys, I'm fooling around with the screen to make it a better experience for you. Oh, yes. We need a better
So,
experience.
oh, so basically, the rats ate all the tree lobsters when
Yeah.
this SS Macombo ran aground. Over the decades, a handful of dead tree lobsters were discovered, but it wasn't until 2001 that a pair of Australian scientists discovered 24
Four.
of the bugs
Wow.
living beneath a single shrub. So there was like a whole little colony of them. Two pairs were bred in captivity, and the efforts were successful in repopulating the species.
You know, they kind of look like
Wow.
what I walked in last year by my my well pump, the manual well pump. I took
Hmm.
pictures. I think it was last year. I took pictures, and I know Kevin was telling me what they were, Hester, when I put it up on Facebook. They look like these guys, but they were they were in the grass, and they were crawfish, but they look like little lobsters, and they kind of
Mm.
look like these guys. It was after heavy rains, and
Wow.
they were on my grass. I just love it here. I mean,
Wow.
you just see the most amazing things here. I don't know. Western New York is
Yeah.
just full of life. And so
Yeah.
next, we have
Oh my
the
God. Number
goblin
7,
shark. Go for
the
it.
goblin shark. An extremely rare shark that lives in the depths of the ocean, the goblin shark is the last living descendant of the Mitsukirinidae, which dates back about
Mitsu
125 million years ago.
Mitsu
Holy crap.
Kirinidae. Very good.
Whilst it was
125.
believed
Wow.
Whilst it was believed that the shark was extinct for a long time, it's now believed there are many goblin sharks alive. It's just that they live so deep in the ocean that we barely see them. So, for this reason, they also don't pose any threat to human and they reportedly have bad eyesight, probably because when they live so deep, there's no
Yeah.
light. So why develop eyes? I bet they can
Look at that.
smell really, really good.
They are the thing of the Netflix horror movies I've been watching lately.
Oh my God.
That's what that looks like.
This thing.
It
Holy
does. It looks like
crap.
something you see on Netflix or somebody's ugly mother-in-law.
Oh my God. I have never seen such a crazy looking
It
picture
is
of a
kind of
being
wild.
on Earth.
Yeah, the
Freaks
goblin
me out.
shark. Yeah, look at the
Jesus.
nose. Yeah, it's pretty wild looking.
Oh my God.
Pretty wild
Yeah,
looking. Are you
completely.
happy yet, guys? Since we're reading some
Okay.
happy.
The number 8 is the American forest turtle. The American forest turtle is native to Myanmar. These
Yeah.
turtles were believed to be 1908 until they were rediscovered in Asian food markets
Oh, there you
in
go.
1994.
Boom, boom.
Oh, geez.
Mm.
It was believed that you can give that a flush. It was believed that the
I'll give
turtle
that
possessed. Oh,
the food market.
I
Yeah.
agree. It was believed the turtle possessed mystical and medical properties, and the
course.
locals consumed them as cures for problems ranging from infertility to poverty and unhappiness. Wow.
Well-
It's like you eat that and you get happy. The turtle is currently critically endangered, you bet. Threatened by agriculture, logging, and bamboo harvesting.
And now, of course,
Oh my
unrest
God.
in Myanmar.
What a cute little turtle.
Very cute.
It's just like such a perfect little turtle,
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
a cute turtle. I have to pull my chair up. It's a
Oh
cute
my
turtle.
God.
Yes. Well,
All right.
turtles have been a topic also of conversation for me because I used to carry these heavy duty gloves in my truck. For some reason, when I lived near Lake Erie, I always seemed to run into turtle. Well, I didn't run into them, to see them crossing the road. So I started carrying these gloves, and it's you have to pick them up so they can't bite you. There's a little science to it, but I never got bit, and it used to happen. But turtles are adorable. Did you ever have a pet turtle? Because it was legal when we were
Oh, yeah,
kids.
I did.
Until they
I had
decided that
many.
salmonella. Oh yeah, we loved our.
I
pet
had many
turtles.
different turtles. Yeah. We could go and talk about all of our turtle stories, but we must continue. So,
Turtle stories. Okay.
yes,
Now.
Mr. Number 9, Coelacanth. Perhaps the most famous example, it was believed that the coelacanth had been extinct for 66 million years.
Jesus.
It was back in the freaking dinosaurs when it was rediscovered in 1938 by a South African museum curator on a fishing trawler, making global headlines. Scientists have dubbed the fish a living fossil, and many believe it represents an early step in the evolution of fish to terrestrial animals.
Look at that.
Coelacanths live deep in the ocean, up to 2,300 feet below the surface, and they can measure more than 2 meters
Pretty good
and
looking.
weigh 90 kilograms. Scientists believe they can live to around 60 years. Wow, human lifespan, kind of.
Yeah.
Whilst they've been around for 400 million years, they are currently at risk of extinction.
Well, of course they
threatened
are.
by climate change and accidental capture in fishing nets. Look at this thing. Holy crap, it is.
Yeah.
It looks like an ancient creature. Look at the legs on the bottom of it.
Big.
Isn't that crazy?
Really cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
These are amazing. They are. I'm really glad I found this.
God.
I'm
I am
enjoying this
too.
a lot. I'm really enjoying
It's
this.
just amazing.
Okay.
So shall we go for number 10?
Number 10. Number 10.
Number 10, the
Yeah.
night parrot. This is native to Australia.
Oh, look at
The
this
night
guy.
parrot is one of the world's most mysterious birds and often considered the holy grail for bird watchers. The nocturnal bird lives out in extremely remote areas, making it particularly difficult to find. First recorded in 1845, Night parrots were thought to be extinct for 100 years until they were seen again in 1979. And there have been only a handful of sightings since. Bird watchers have spent decades looking for the bird, and here it is. Oh my God, look at this thing.
Cute.
So he kind of lives
Look
on
at-
the ground.
Looks like a little peacock.
So cute.
I'd like to see what it looks like with the wings all the way open.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
this
it
was
looks
a
like
good
he's
way.
a nest,
good
a ground
way.
nester or something.
Oh, maybe.
Wow, that's amazing.
This was a good way to start, Jennifer. Very, very cute.
Yeah, it's very tender, all these animals. It's just they're so sweet. They're
Then,
so
of
strange.
course-
That goblin shark freaked me out. I mean, that thing just was bizarre looking.
Well, I'm going to see if in this next article, that shark, But I like the dog, the howling dog. I like to howl.
Oh, yes.
I like to howl.
Oh, yes.
So the next articles and this is where I'm saying this is all current now. Newsweek. This is mainstream media, and all of a sudden, they're coming up with all these articles, the feel-good stuff that these animals might be back. So let's give it a try to see if we can make this video work, because I think I fixed the system audio. Let's see. If you can't hear it, you can't hear it. I don't hear it.
I don't hear it.
Mute input source. Okay.
Maybe it doesn't have sound.
It's a shame. No, it has sound. It's just my system. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. All right, so we're going to go on to this one. And this one is, I'm going to keep the video behind us. You can see it's behind us but they're in a lag. There's always a lag, but scientists have found a living relative of, I gotta make this one a little smaller, of tortoise, long thought to have been extinct. It has raised hopes that the species could be revived if researchers could find a mate for the animal. A female giant tortoise discovered on the Fernandina Island in Ecuador, which is part of the Galapagos Islands. Boy, that would be nice to see the Galapagos Islands. The tortoise, named Fern. Oh, they named the tortoise Fern. Fern. I wonder who named that. It's probably named it after its mother. Was discovered. Oh, look. The music just came on. Can you hear it?
Oh, yes.
But that's a commercial.
Oh.
The music came on with a commercial. That figures. Okay. So Fern was found in 2019 by researchers at the Galapagos National Park and the Galapagos Conservatory. So at the time, they had assumed Fern was related to Fernandina giant tortoise, the giant tortoise species, the last example which was recorded 112 years ago. But they needed evidence. Okay, they needed evidence. So they took a blood sample from the animal and they sent it to a team of geneticists at Yale University, and they confirmed that Fern is indeed related to Fernandina giant tortoise, known as the Chelonoidus fantasticus. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Let's do it all together, everybody in the chat. Chelonoidus fantasticus. Fantasticus. Oh, Jennifer,
Chelonoidus fantasticus.
You are the bomb. She got it. See, she got it. Sometimes we do, and sometimes you don't. And sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. It's mind fit night to feel like a nut. So, while the giant tortoise populations in general were severely impacted by hunting in the 19th century, God, that's disgusting. These guys are thought to have been almost wiped out by eruptions. From the active volcano. Oh my gosh. So now, though, teams at this GNPD and the Galapagos Conservancy are urgently planning a series of major expeditions to return to Fernandina Island to search for more members of the species. And there are signs that more are there. Park rangers have found tracks and feces left behind by at least 2 other tortoises on the Fernandina volcano during the searches that uncovered fern. You know, Jennifer, it just made me think, and I don't know if the
Yeah.
rest of the article has this, but I wonder if people not going there during 2020
I
had
think it
something to
helped,
do
huh?
with, yeah, yeah. Let's see if the article did that because I don't remember. James Gibbs, Vice President of Science and Conservation for this conservatory. Oh, at the State University of New York. Okay, I'm proud. Said in a statement, rediscovering this lost species may have occurred just in the nick of time to save it. We now urgently need to complete the search of the island to find the other tortoises. Now that's cool research.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Yeah.
cool research, being able to go to the island to look for tortoises. I mean, for 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 these people, this is pretty cool. So if the male is
Yeah.
found, researchers plan to place the 2 together in hopes that they could breed. So that's going to be what is it? What was that show? It's going to be Love Island, where for tortoises. And the situation recalls that of Lonesome George, a male giant tortoise who was found in 2012, no, he died. He died in 2012 as the last known member of the species Chelinoidus abingdoni, also known as the pinta tortoise. These species, another one that was hunted to dwindling numbers in the 1800s. So after Lonesome George was discovered in 1971 by Hungarian scientist Josef Vagvogli, researchers conducted extensive searches to find a female member of the species, but none were ever found. So regarding fern, oh look, this fern, Danny
Oh,
Rita Cordova, director of the Galapagos National Park Directorate, said in a statement, "We desperately want to avoid the fate of Lonesome George." And he added, the series expeditions to Fernandina Island to search for more tortoises would begin in September 2021. So there
wow.
is, that's Fern. I like Fern. Look at Fern's pink nose. Fern has a little
It's
piggy
so
nose.
cute.
Has a little piggy
It's
nose.
so cute.
Yeah, I know. Fern is cute. Okay, so there we go with that one. And the next ones we're not going to read, but we're going to just quickly go
Okay.
through because this one is another tortoise, but there was an otter. And but what was this? Of course, you can't see the date on this, but they talked about again a mystery tortoise, the same tortoise right here. But I wanted to read about the. Let's go down and find the.
The
Okay,
otter.
here, yeah. Meanwhile, in Argentina,
Yeah.
Sebastian Martino, director of conservation at the Fundación Rewilding Argentina, glimpsed a giant river otter not seen in the Argentinian wildlife, for a long time, since the 1980s. This guy said he was kayaking, and he was kayaking in Chaco province in northeast Argentina, and he saw the otter, and it reared up. So its white chest was visible. And he says, I recognize it as the giant river otter. Ugh, do I have to?
Amazing.
He said, as reported by The Guardian. So at this point, for him, being a scientist, his legs went weak and he was like so, superly excited. And that's cool. So the giant river otters, which can measure almost 6 feet long, are top predators who keep the aquatic ecosystem in balance. Rewilding Argentina has been working to reintroduce the otters into the wetlands since 1918. 2018,
Uh,
why did I say
it-
1918? So that's pretty cool, huh? I would say.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of other things. In the Newsweek
Mhm.
article, Unfortunately, Jennifer, I'll just show you really quick. They had
Okay.
other articles. Newsweek. Hundreds of dead whales are washing up on the West Coast. No one knows why. Duh. No one knows why. Bullshit. And hundreds of Florida manatees dying because of starvation and human pollution. We do know that's all these things. And how many shows of I've done at least two on the manatees. It's like, how many can you do? It's the same shit, different year. It's happening. And then what do they say? Faster
I
than
know.
previously expected.
Oh. It's just so nice to have a show where we find things that are still alive. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
beautiful thing, you know. I
sure it
know it. I
is.
know what you mean. It's kind of like, yeah, what's the use? It's sort of futile, but it just
It's
feels good
no,
to see
it
those
feels
guys, you
good.
know.
Look at this. Look at this is
Yeah.
where they're found. This is a where the giant tortoise is in the Galapagos. This see
Oh,
this map. I think
yeah,
I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so everybody can see where these tortoises live. That's pretty cool. Pretty
yeah.
cool. Pretty cool. Well, these are so basically there was EcoWatch had another article with this one was let me get rid of this. This one was there were five. An elephant shrew, and this was a sighting of a Somali elephant shrew was almost 50 years ago. Now we know the elephants are going. It's sad, but they talk about that one. A terror skink, which is a lizard. Cuban solenodon. Now those they say there are few venomous mammals in the world, but this one is an example of it. And it was missing for some time. So although never technically extinct, its numbers are so low and sightings are so rare that it has often thought to be. Its bites can kill,
Ugh.
yet it lacks the strength and dexterity to defend itself or flee. And then there is, deforestation. That's contributed to that one. And then there's the Bermuda petrel. And that one was last seen on Nonsuch Island in 1620, but in 2020, you can watch a webcam footage of them. Let's see if we could get this to play and look
Oh,
at this
okay.
footage. Where is it? Okay, nope, that's not it, is it? Or is it this guy? Oh, there's, you know what? I don't think I can play just one. Hey, I tried. I tried. So I think that we have been working on the animals and talking about the animals for quite a while. We are going
Mm-hmm.
to segue, guys. We are really going to segue to the Arctic now. And we have 63 people with us and 59
Oh, okay.
on YouTube and a few on Facebook. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Now we are going to segue, and I'm going to let Jennifer start with this one. This one is
Right.
Arctic Today, another one we love, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everybody's heard of this. We're kind of late on this one, but it still feels good, even though it's probably not going to come to a whole lot. So why don't you take it away on this one?
Okay. This one's about the Biden administration. It suspended oil leases in Alaska's Arctic refuge. So they cited legal deficiencies that included an inadequate environmental review. The U.S. Interior Department said on Tuesday it suspended all activity related to oil and gas exploration on leases in Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. The suspension comes in a form of an order issued by the Interior Secretary Deb Haaland.
Yay for
The
Deb.
affected leases, yeah, the affected leases were sold in January by the outgoing administration of who shall not be named. Activity, I can't say his name.
Like,
I can't say his name.
it's okay. You don't
It's a
have to.
horrible.
Jennifer.
I want
We're
to say his
in
name.
we're in a safe zone. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
don't want to invoke the
No,
Voldemort.
you don't have to.
Activity on these leases had already been halted by executive order just hours after President Joe Biden was inaugurated. Good. But that order was a temporary moratorium, and I guess this is getting a little bit more permanent. The suspension
Hope so.
doesn't end oil and gas drilling, but it does further extend a halt on activity until comprehensive analysis under the National Environmental Policy Act is completed. Depending on the new environmental review's findings, the leases could be reaffirmed, voided, or subject to additional mitigation measures. The refuge has long been a lightning rod for controversy, prized by environmentalists and some indigenous groups for its ecological value. Plus, it's like their home, you know, but eyed by the oil industry and its supporters, including prominent Alaska politicians, as a potential source of billions of barrels of new oil. Ugh, makes me sick. But it says the company's interest in the region has apparently waned. So the lease sale was held by the Trump administration on January 6th. It drew only 13 bids
Okay.
on 11 tracks.
That definitely then gets, yeah. Environmental Coffee House flush of the day goes to the Trump administration.
Yeah.
There you go. With their mess. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 days before Biden was inaugurated, the Trump administration's Bureau of Land Management formally issued 9 of those leases to bidders, but there has been no on-the-ground activity on those leases because of the inauguration day order. So that's good. Opponents of the Anwar oil development hailed the news. So people are grateful and heartened by the news that the Biden administration has acted on its commitment to protecting sacred lands and the Gwinnetchan way of life. That's one of the indigenous tribes that lives up there. Yeah. And they say, after fighting so hard to protect these lands, the porcupine caribou herd, trusting the guidance of our ancestors and elders, the allyship of people around the world, we can now look for further action by the administration and Congress to repeal the leasing program.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So do we want to go on with this one, or do we want to kind of skip ahead?
Let's go ahead and
right.
I think we get the general gist of it.
Yeah, we do. I mean, basically, there's
unless we
always
want to
going
go
to
into
be.
all the politics of it.
No, we know that it's happening there, but Jim had said
Yeah.
there's going to be drilling in another area anyway. So
Yeah.
at least look, just let's smile for a couple of little victories for however
Yeah.
long they last, right? Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go. But we
absolutely.
do have another one, and we're going to segue now into this one. Now, this article, Birthplace of Ice in Russia's Arctic, sees record-breaking start to melting season. Now, we're going to spend the rest of the program talking about the ice, because we also have Zach Labe and we have Chris Van Steenbergen, their Twitter and accounts, which talk about this also. We're going to talk right along with them. But first, this was from June 2nd, so Moscow Times. Look at that guy. The Laptep Sea plays a crucial role in generating ice coverage for the entire Arctic. So as the sea in Russia's Arctic, known as the birthplace of ice, could break ice melt records for a second consecutive year in 2021. Climatologist Zachary Labe, let's hear it for Zach, because man, let's hear it for Zach. He does a great job.
Yeah.
In 2020, the Laptev Sea stayed ice-free until November, for the first time in documented history, the sea, which plays a crucial role in generating ice coverage for the entire Arctic, has broken another record with its annual ice melt starting earlier in the spring than ever before. So the Moscow Times took this from Twitter because I had it on Twitter, and exactly the same one. He says it's worth noting how much earlier the melt season is beginning in the Laptev Sea compared to the 1980s. Oh yeah, and of course his graphics are great. So here he says, "Yikes! We're off to a record-breaking start to the sea ice melt season again." So why don't you take it from here, Jen?
Yeah, well, check out that graphic if you can blow that up.
I
It's
can
just
blow it
amazing.
up.
So, just to take a quick look, there's two lines that really draw your eye. Of course, the red line, the big bold red line, but also the yellow line, which was last year. And last year, do you see how it just was completely out of the norm? It just melted off the charts. And it finally, reunited with the other lines when there was practically no ice left, but it melted earlier and more quickly last year, and this year it's doing even worse. So we're just going to have to really keep an eye on the Laptev sea ice as the melting season proceeds, because this could be very, very interesting.
Could be. And let's give Paul Beckwith a shout because he's just posted cascading climate system domino feedback effects. Not good. And he's going to make a 3-parter. So everybody, and share Paul, share his work. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So Zach Labe said, we're off to a record-breaking start to the sea ice melt season in the Laptev Sea again. And he cited this data from the U.S. National Snow and Ice Data Center. The ice-free season in the Laptev Sea, located between the Kara and the East Siberian Seas, has grown longer in recent decades. This pattern is likely to continue for the rest of the century. Scientists have warned that summer sea ice in the Arctic region, which is warming 3 times faster than the rest of the planet, could disappear completely by 2035. No.
Pretty scary. It's frightening. And most people walk around like
it is,
clueless morons, just like, the Arctic? Oh, I heard of that. Is that where what are they? Seals? Yeah.
Oh God, so disturbing. The ignorance is so disturbing. It's the dumbing down of civilization.
Well, in America, definitely. We live here, so we see it here. I can't. How do you comment on other countries except if you see what's on Twitter? But it's really the United States driving the dummy wars. Sorry.
Yeah. So, if the Laptev's ice-free season continues to get longer, the newly formed sea ice will not be able to spread to other parts of the Arctic Ocean before another melting season starts, threatening the region's ecosystem. A loss of ice from the Laptev Sea could also cause ice in other regions to melt faster by exposing more dark ocean surfaces to sunlight and creating a feedback loop of accelerating warming, as we know. Right? The latest record comes amid a series of abnormal heat waves and extreme weather events like wildfires and droughts in Siberia and the Arctic that have been linked to climate change. No kidding. During last month's heat wave along the Russian Arctic coast, the shores of the Barents Sea saw hotter temperatures than the beaches in Italy and southern France. Oh my God, Sandy. This is so scary.
Cringe, scary, terrifying, you name it. Yeah, it's happening.
Yeah.
But yes, it's happening. But you know what? Here's our channel. Here's Environmental Coffee House. All of you that are with us, no matter where you are, it's happening and we're together until the internet goes off, and and it can't happen until goddamn get these gardening videos going. Everybody's sending me their stuff, but oh my gosh, my life is insane and I wasn't feeling good this week, so I didn't do anything. Trust me, everybody, though, we will have them. We will have good stuff. We will. So all right, Jen. So you want to take a look? We'll take a look really quickly at Zach. We looked at Zach's Twitter, and we looked at that, and he posted this 11 hours ago, 100 years of May.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sea surface temperatures anomalies through 2021, and he says note the long-term warming patterns of climate variability, the El Nino and La Nina. So let's see how I can get this to start. And
let's let it finish because it's going up all the years. I want to see it turn red.
It is. It sure is.
There we go.
Yep.
Boom. Yeah.
Now I got. Okay, here. Let's go to start from the beginning. Yeah. You want to narrate this?
Yeah, it's just amazing. You can see back in the 1920s, a lot of blue areas. This is an anomaly map. So what's showing up is what's outside of the norm. What you're looking for is a trend of red. And as you can see here, the oceans are heating up fast, and it ends in 2021. And there's, a couple of things that are very notable, like a very anomalous red going right into that area under Alaska, creating a hot blob. That's one place it's really noticeable. And also up in the North Atlantic near New York on the east coast of the United States, that's abnormally warm. And it kind of floats around, but for right now, like when it gets up to 2021 again, can see how much more really red there is each year. Yeah, Europe there in 1990. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. So these are really very informative. They're such good graphics.
Anthony says the thing is we don't have to wait till a blue ocean event before the end of life as we know it to happen. Wow, Anthony, that's pretty, I don't know. Let's go over to Chris. Chris Van Steenbergen. I would really like to have him on the show, and I've written to him 6 hours ago. He says, I can't say more. We're losing it. And not only Jacob Chauvin Glacier, these are shocking images. Take a very close look. Another 500 meters of the glacier is broken off today, and it keeps going. Sorry for the bad cloudy gift. Better images tomorrow. So let's see if we can at least see it a little. See it? Oh my. And he got it from that. But I find he's very interesting, his conversations on Twitter, Jen. I do tag you in these things, but I know you're super busy. First thing
I have to say, I never Twitter other than to create my account.
I know. But you're in a lot of them because I always I tag you. But let's see here. The sea ice slab on the top of the southernmost part of the East Siberian ice Arctic shelf is melting at its highest rate since at least 2002. So even in 2007, 12, and 16, it did not melt this fast. The entire water column is warming up rapidly. East Siberian Sea. Let's see if we can make this any bigger. Yeah, this is, and he gets his stuff. He gets it right off and he shares it. So look at that.
There you go, with Alaska and Siberia at the bottom of the map there. And
oh boy, but he's got a good Twitter. I mean, there's a family we're building on Twitter, and Jim is in it, Jim Massa, and Andrea, well, she has a name. There's a lot of people that now are congregating on this little Twitter feed we have, and Christine Mattis is on it, and I like it. I like it better than sometimes than Facebook because it's a little more intimate, but it's cool. So let's see. Chris said we're going to see something extraordinary happening in the Arctic in the coming days. He says, can I make this bigger so you can see it?
What is he saying?
Something that's got to do with latent heat and the ESS. This is huge, he says. To compare, the water column was 2 to 3 C colder in 2016. The
Oh my
seabed, the
God.
depth is already way too warm. And this is not hysterics, but look, 20 people liked it. I mean, nobody's
Oh,
looking at this stuff, but he's bringing it. And here's another one. This is a worldview, and he's another one bringing us these graphs and things he puts together. And 20 people looked at it. But it's interesting, isn't it, Jennifer?
yeah.
And
Super
scary.
interesting.
And then he goes down here, and this is discolor. This is the Jacob Chauvin or Chauvin Glacier. Discoloration of the
Yeah,
ice surface.
Jakob Chauvin.
Jakob. Okay. Jakob Chauvin. Discoloration of the ice surface, especially near the flanks of the southern trough on the top of the southern subglacial channel. We will continue to monitor this closely. So check out that. Oh my. Let me
Yeah.
just see if I can move it a little bit. Yep. So he's giving us some interesting stuff that he's getting from reputable
Wow.
sources, obviously, right? So if you go down his Twitter, it's just really interesting. And then there was a whole conversation the other day, no ice accumulations north of the Canadian archipelago, and are these multi-year ice fields confronted with their final wipeout? How fast will the Beaufort Gyre react? What about
my
current directions in Nares and Fram Strait
It's
and
10
the
o'clock.
Parry Channel? Are the glaciers able to resist the heat? So it's a pretty interesting Twitter feed. Good old Chris.
Yeah.
All right. So we will try to see if he can come on. We have been an hour, and Jennifer, I think this has been a good show. How is everybody doing? We've got 78 people with us. Thank you for being with us. Let's see. Do we have, guys, comments and questions? Extreme Ice Survey said in 2008 that Jacob Chauvin was in trouble. We did nothing then or now. I understand. I don't know who that is, but thank you for being here. And hi, human. Should the first world countries that polluted the most be the ones with solutions? Well, that's a hard word. A lot of people are coming up with solutions, though, all over the world, like with the plastic and the gal in one of the African countries they're making bricks. And I watched the video. I love the whole thing. Making bricks out of all the plastic. We have enough crap in the the Pacific garbage patch. We could
Really?
make bricks. Yeah, and rebuild. We should stop building anything new now. Anything. No rebuilding.
We could make big Lego
building.
blocks and just like piece all buildings together with Legos.
Okay, here's an Extreme Ice Survey is run by James Baylong, PhD. If you haven't seen the Chasing Ice documentary, check it out. All right. It sounds like I think I've seen it.
Absolutely.
I think I've
the
seen it.
classic.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
have
a
you seen Chasing
Yeah,
Ice now?
I do believe so. Okay.
James Baylog, I believe, correct?
Yep.
That's the scientist
Yep,
who
yep.
it was his vision to set up all of these cameras that would take a picture an hour on all the major glaciers in the world that were melting.
I'm going to show
And then
him.
put it all together, and you've got, I mean, he's a Boulder resident as well.
Oh, you've got some insanely talented people there. Let me show. I just pulled it up. James Baylog. Look at his photography. Oh my God. Look at that tree. Look at this. I think this is the guy. 40 years he's broken conceptual and artistic ground. Thank you for sharing this, whatever your name is, because I
So
can't
great.
pronounce your name.
So
But look at
great.
these things. Oh, photography.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
I'm glad
But
that
he
you
was a
shared
National
this.
Geographic
Mhm.
photographer, James Baylog. And he's a
Wow.
proper, amazing photojournalist in his own right.
Yep.
Before having this vision that, pretty much nearly did him in, and he had a team of young volunteers that went around with him and, fastened all these cameras and,
His images are
weatherproof
stunning.
housing.
They're
Yeah, they really
beautiful.
are.
They are beautiful. Well, thank you for sharing, my friend. And let's see what else. Realize, nice. Yes, I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Realize. Okay. Maybe we'll make a video of the visit. That would be fun. They are
Yeah.
coming. He and his wife are coming to visit, and I think we might have another surprise visitor too. All right. Well, everybody. Oh, he gave his niece to Greenland. I understand. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's right. He did. He did. Very bad knees. Can you imagine trying to put all those things up and have had like massive knee surgery and you can
Oh,
hardly walk? You're
really?
like on crutches trying to like get these things. I mean, just like amazing. Can hardly believe it.
Yeah. Well, I'm putting up our fundraiser. Thank you very much, everybody that has helped out. It really does help. I'm always going to say it. Thank you. It's a beautiful thing, and it does make me cry. I can't tell
Oh,
you what I've felt, but thank you, Cindy, and everybody that's helped out to make this channel better. And I know that sometimes we're not here. I can't be always on a schedule, especially with these quirky health issues and all the things I'm growing. And then Jennifer, she's extremely busy too, but we want to do this and bring you a good show. We hope we did. So what do you say, guys? Climate chaos. Thanks, Jen and Sandy. I think that's a good way to end. What do you think? Oh, I think we lost Jennifer without even knowing we were going to lose Jennifer. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. I don't know what happened to Jennifer, but you know what? Again, live internet. So I will start with our goodbye music that we usually, our good old song. Here she comes back. Jennifer, what happened? We lost
I don't know.
We were doing I put the goodbye music on and we lost you. And now you came back pink. When you came back pink, I lost all of your beautiful settings. Oh, well, anyway, Jennifer, why don't you then give the parting goodbye?
Well, it's really poignant. These shows that we do about the animals, they're just precious. And, I guess we just have to treasure them because they're just all so miraculous and beautiful and tender. And this is like the beauty, we're like a zoological garden here on Earth. So appreciate it while it's still here because the Arctic is melting fast.
Yeah.
And we all know what's going to happen. So
thank you,
that's
everyone.
it.
We love you. We absolutely love you. Jennifer, I love you, and I'm glad you came back.
I love you too.
Because it's about 1 minute. Oh, 1:03. We usually can't get out of here until at least 1:07. So we actually made it early. All right.
Yeah.
Peace. Thank you. Love you.